Hello and welcome to Bangladesh Today. I'm Smita Prakash. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina is scheduled to meet her Indian counterpart Dr. Manmohan Singh on the sidelines of the UNGA in New York on the 28th of this month. Sheikh Hasina is expected to discuss different bilateral issues which could include the land border agreement, Teesta water sharing and the export of 250 megawatts of power by India to Bangladesh. To discuss this, we have with us senior Indian journalist and expert in India-Bangladesh relations, Jayanto Ghoshal, who will be present in New York, where the two leaders will be meeting. Thank you for speaking with us, Jayanto. What is expected out of Sheikh Hasina's talks with Dr. Manmohan Singh? What's on the agenda?
You know, with neighboring country, talk is always complimentary because, you know, the background situation. What Sheikh Hasina wants from India, that everybody knows. And there is a federal problem that Prime Minister Dr. Manmohan Singh tried to explain again and again, that on Teesta there is a federal problem in our country, and West Bengal government is not ready to accept the fact. And on the border agreement, there is a problem of land border agreement. There is a problem of the opposition parties' stand. So it's a domestic issues, domestic problem. But we are, understanding the gravity of both the issues and the geostrategic position of Bangladesh, how important it is. And you know, Sheikh Hasina's election is also knocking at the door. In fact, our election in May, their election is before that. So there is a major domestic issue of Sheikh Hasina also, that what you have achieved from India.
Right, there's more pressure on her vis-a-vis this meeting than on Dr. Manmohan Singh, isn't it?
Exactly so.
Yeah.
And you know, lot of economic issues are there. What we have done, what we are doing. In fact, in this coming meeting on 28th, again Prime Minister is going to do something on the economic front. So for Bangladesh is concerned, on water resource, water irrigation, power, and on a different development projects. But the problem is, in Bangladesh, all those economic issues are not politically that sensitive. But Teesta, I travelled Dhaka several times, on several occasions I go very frequently. I have seen in Dhaka university students, they were asking me that what you have done for us and what Bangladesh has done for you. So these are the questions I faced as a person, and I told them that, you know, I am from media. I am not the representative of Government of India. I can also criticize the role of Government of India. To those students, I tried to convince that I am also in favor of Teesta agreement.
So, you know, when something as emotive as the Teesta issue comes up and that's not resolved between the two countries, it kind of overshadows all other achievements that the two have, managed to salvage, managed to achieve in the past couple of years.
Yeah, and actually, when Sheikh Hasina, came to power, there is a tremendous expectation. And there is what you are saying, that emotive issue. That emotion is attached with 1970 war liberation movement. That time, what was the role of Indira Gandhi? Nobody, can forget those days. And in fact, Sheikh Hasina celebrated that the participation of India's, government, the support of the Indian intelligentsia, and they gave a lot of awards. So there is a sense of gratitude they have shown.
And you know, when two prime ministers meet, you've covered so many of these summits. Is it really is there a trickle down effect? Do they really set the agenda for the bureaucrats to go forward and, you know, deal with it, or is it just like a handshake, a photo opportunity?
No, I think there is a background. You know, this time Sheikh Hasina was supposed to come to Delhi in September. That was the previous plan.
Right.
But the roadmap, both the government and there were active advisors of Sheikh Hasina who come to India very frequently. They meet and they are trying to resolve those issues. They are very, positive. But Sheikh Hasina thought that when you are not, you are not giving us, that is the exact word they have said, that when you are not ready for giving all these things, why should I come? And she didn't come.
This is despite so many of the Indian Finance Ministry people going there. I mean, you've had several high-level visits. The BSF DG was there. In spite of that, there were problems.
In fact, Foreign Minister of India also visited. Yes. I was there in that visit also. And Salman Khurshid also, several times, they said, but I am telling you again and again, whatever we are giving, how much money you are giving, that is not the issue.
It's LBA and it's TISTA.
Yeah, and in fact, without the agreement, this time, they got more water because there was no agreement. So, because the water flows from top to bottom. That is the law of nature. And this time, Shiv Shankar Menon trying to convince West Bengal's Chief Minister that if there is no agreement, you don't know. This time you can get less water also, because this is, we are trying to make a discipline from both the sides. It's not like that unilaterally we are just favoring Bangladesh. So they are trying to convince. But the problem is in Bangladesh, what Sheikh Hasina this time, whether she will meet Dr. Manmohan Singh in New York or not, that was also, there was a grey area.
She has and both the diplomats, very senior officials with her, which gives credence to the fact that there will be something more than just a handshake and just a photo opportunity.
It's a more than, it's a beyond handshake.
It's going to be more than what the meeting between Dr. Manmohan Singh and Nawaz Sharif is going to be.
Exactly. I don't know what will happen to Dr. Manmohan Singh and Nawaz Sharif's meeting, but what I can say that so far Bangladesh is concerned, Sheikh Hasina and Manmohan Singh this time, before the visit of Dr. Manmohan Singh, again Prime Minister Office of India, they have started a new initiative to resolve the, problem areas. Okay. And Salman Khurshid, he told me also that he is ready to go to West Bengal and he is ready to meet West Bengal Chief Minister very soon after this US trip.
Now, Sheikh Hasina is, she's going to be in the UNGA, she's going to be meeting with American officials. America has had a very awkward relationship with Bangladesh. When it was formed in '71, they thought that it's untenable to have a country. It's not going to survive politically. It's not going to be able to survive as a nation. But now things have changed, and yet Sheikh Hasina wants America to accept that she is a leader who's managed to give strength to this democracy, who's managed to battle Islamic militancy, and there is a bit of a grudging respect that America has towards Bangladesh.
Yeah, there is a positive changing relationship. What you are saying, that is absolutely correct, because in 1971, that was a pre-Cold War relationship, and that time there was a balance of power, and that time what was the role of Soviet Union, and there was a perception that India is there is a whatever NAM and whatever we have done, there is a tilting to Soviet Union. And Indira Gandhi, she actually changed the relationship with the US also, because we can easily remember what she did with Ronald Reagan. And she changed the Indo-US, the wrong perception, and she also tried to develop Indo-US relationship. And America also has realized, because that time China, Pakistan, US, that perception was also there. So the birth of Bangladesh was not a very happy hours for American diplomats that time. That was the perception. But Bangladesh also has achieved the GDP, the economics, the role of World Bank, and now Hillary Clinton is meeting West Bengal Chief Minister and trying to convince that the geostatic position of Bangladesh, how much important it is for as a neighboring country. So I think Americans, they are understanding the geostrategic position. So far terrorism is concerned, so far the anti-insurgency move, there is a global necessity of to develop a global unity. I think Americans and Bangladesh also has reciprocated that to US, to us also. They have what they have given, so far terrorism is concerned, that's a highly admirable. You know, we have the porous border. We don't have any, and the longest border. So for us, it was alarming. I remember when Buddhadev Bhattacharya was the chief minister, there was an attack against the US Information Center. And you don't know the threat of Talibanization in the eastern part of our country. There is a major threat perception. And Sheikh Hasina, she has done a lot for this. So I think we should reciprocate for that geostrategic reasons. But unfortunately, there is a federal problem. There is a problem of political consensus in our country that also Bangladesh should understand. And Dr. Manmohan Singh is trying to resolve that.
If I was to come back to the politics in Bangladesh, America is trying, and even the European nations are trying to bring about some kind of a consensus between the Awami League and the BNP to come to an agreement for elections to be held, because the BNP is quite categorical that unless there's a caretaker government, they are not going to go in for elections, whereas Awami League is also strong enough and it says, no, we will not have a caretaker government, that there is no provision anymore in the constitution.
My information goes that BNP is still not ready for the caretaker government. And there is a lot of legal hassle also. But the political reason, if I tell it very frankly, that if BNP thinks that they can win, then they will participate. If they think that still the possibility is less, they may boycott.
So can India play a role to get both of them on the table?
I think Government of India's stand is that as a sovereign country, we should not directly involve in their internal domestic affairs. So their election is their election, so we should not interfere. But you know, from Americans' point of view, from our point of view, the political consensus in Bangladesh also, as a neighboring country, we also want, this is a boycott of parliament in Bangladesh.
Yeah, that's what's going on.
This bipolarity is always
I'm not saying in terms of India interfering in the internal affairs of Bangladesh. What I meant is that for furthering democracy and to see that Bangladesh doesn't go into a turmoil, isn't it better to facilitate in some manner that the two warring parties can get together and decide to have elections on time? Otherwise, we'll see a kind of a vacuum and trouble occurring like it happened in Maldives.
Exactly.
You don't want that kind of a situation. You want it to be smooth transition. Even Pakistan's done that. They did manage to have, for the first time, a smooth transition. So in that respect, can India play a role in mediating and having
there is a broadly one thing I can say, that the weak of the democratic system in Bangladesh, there is a threat for the militancy and threat of militia. So I think the strong democratic system is always, that is we want, everybody wants. And when our foreign minister goes, our prime minister goes, in fact, they always meet the opposition leader also. We are meeting Madam Khaleda also. And in fact, when Khaleda came here, Khaleda, President of India met
she
Khaleda.
Said that bipartisan support.
So that bipartisan approach, Government of India, although there is a very emotional relationship of Awami League and Congress, so that is a political party-to-party relationship, that there is a nostalgia of 71.
Do you think that that's the reason that the BJP would have stayed clear of the land agreement? Is that one reason, because it's an Awami League led?
No, but I think that is not the reason, because BJP also thinks that if they come to power, as opposition, they always want to come to power. If they come to power, they will improve the relationship with Awami League. That they will do. But the problem is that as opposition, everywhere it is happening, that BJP thinks that as opposition we should not do anything now, because this government has become a lame duck government. Election is just a few months. So we should not do anything from where government can claim some success. So that is not for Bangladesh. That actually BJP doesn't want the success of Manmohan Singh.
Thank you very much for speaking with us, Jayanta.
Thank you.